Big blessings on blessings, y'all. It's your boy Big Mouthpiece. And you already know I'm a cocoa complected brother, you know what I'm saying? Every now and again when I go to Walgreens, Walmart, they don't have those, direct essentials that I need. So what I do is I log on to Chamaka Essentials and I get it popping, y'all. And I order some of this wonderful body oils and things of that nature. Let me show y'all a couple of things. I just received a special package not too long ago. Let's see what all I got. Okay, so it comes with a special card, you know what I'm saying, for thanking me for my purchase. Man, that's a blessing right there. All right. Let's see, I got, the wonderful shea butter. This is my favorite. Let's see how it smells. Oh, yeah. I need that. That's a blessing. And then we got the signature soap bar. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look at that. Oh, yeah, that's perfect, too. It seems to me that all of these things are definitely organic. So make sure y'all tap in to ChamakaEssentials.com.
I could probably be the president. I'm the voice of the youth. You hear my tone, I think it's evident. I know who I am. They mistake my confidence for arrogance. I think it's different, cause I don't take my clothes off. I just play my role, dog. I can't sell my soul, y'all. I just shoot a 3, put my arm up. I guess I show off. They sleep, I let them doze off. Wake them up, oh yeah, it's roll call. My chocolate is beautiful. I'm rocking it per usual. I'm loving every piece, man, from my top into my cuticles. Trying to play with my head. Real love won't be confusing you. I learned, make sure the one you put in first is also choosing you, man. Life is so crazy. Many lessons and blessings. I'm steady stressing perfection. I keep neglecting my ethics. So much text in the message. I'm trying to lessen my stressing. Finally understand my power. My presence is essence. They killed my daddy while my mama was pregnant. How I'm supposed to feel. And they took my grandma child from her. How she supposed to heal. And we out here starving. Ain't got nothing. How we supposed to give. Seem like the system they set us up in. We supposed to fail. I'm so real. The mayor gave me a day in my city. But it's so sad that I can't even go and stay in my city. Shooting and killing. Little kids can't even play in my city. It's so wicked. They killed my dad in broad day in my city. But I still love them. I give them every dime that I got. It's running out, but I give you all the time that I got. You was the fakest on my team, and I'm just finding it out. That made me sick into my stomach, about to vomit it out. And I'm like, ready or not, man, it's my time now. I done gave it everything I got. It's time to shine now. They done blew the whistle, man, my foot across the line now.
Welcome to Blended Healing and the Black History Bite. Today we're going to do some real talk because this terminology of critical race theory has been running around these streets for about a minute. It just became more prevalent lately. The terminology has been around since the 70s, give or take. That's why it's falling in the category of Black History Bites. You feel me? What is that thing? What is the critical race theory and what does it mean to us? Real talk. Well, this ain't new to us, the CRT. Black people have been feeling the weight of systemic racism for generations. CRT just lays it all out in a way that makes it undeniable. It connects the dots between the past and the present, showing how racism ain't just about the Confederate flag waving people. It's about the whole damn system operating in a way that keeps us in check. So let's go deeper into how this affects us on every level. CRT proves that racism is not just about feelings, it's about power. A lot of people, especially the other persuasion from Mount Caucus, think racism is just about personal prejudice. Somebody calling us the N-word, clutching their pearls, or not inviting us to the company golf game. Nah, that's just surface level, man. CRT shows us that racism is structural, meaning that it's about who controls the resources, laws, opportunities, and wealth. It's why Black homeowners will get denied, or home buyers will get denied loans more often than the other persuasion, even when we have the same credit score. It's why Black students are suspended at a higher rate than the other persuasion students for the same behavior. It's why Black men get longer prison sentences than white men for the same crimes. The system was designed to favor, it is what it is, man, whiteness. And CRT pulls the curtain back on how that plays out in every part of life. The rules keep changing to keep us down. Every time Black people start progressing, the system finds new ways to undercut it. CRT explains this in legal and historical terms, but here's what it really means. The Reconstruction period or era, 1865 to 1877. Black folks were making moves, building businesses, voting, getting elected. White supremacists responded with Jim Crow, lynch mobs, and voter suppression. Civil rights movement, 1950s through the 1960s. We won some rights, desegregation, voting rights, fair housing. Then came mass incarceration, the war on drugs, and the dismantling of affirmative action. The Obama era, 2008 through 2016, Black excellence was on full display. The response? Trump, MAGA, voter suppression, book bans, and attacks on Black history. The system don't just let Black people win, it adjusts to keep the power and balance in place. That's why every time we take a step, they find a way to push us back. Just work harder is a damn lie. It exposes one of the biggest myths in America, that racism is over and all we got to do is work hard to succeed. Black college graduates still face higher unemployment rates than white high school dropouts. The racial wealth gap is worse today than it was in the 1960s. Black women are the most educated group in the country, but still get paid less than white men and white women. If hard work was the key, we'd be running the world. CRT shows that the real issue isn't work ethic, it's systemic barriers that keep Black success limited and controlled. Here comes the criminalization of Blackness. CRT breaks down how the systemic criminalize, pause. CRT breaks down how the system criminalizes Black people at every stage of life. Black kids in school, more likely to be suspended, expelled, or placed in special ed. Black teens in the streets, over-policed, harassed, and targeted by stop and frisk policies. Black adults in the workforce, labeled angry or aggressive for standing up for themselves. Black men in general, overrepresented in prisons, where they make up 38% of inmates, but only 13% of the United States population. This isn't by accident. The system was designed to keep Black folks either controlled, locked up, or struggling. CRT highlights how laws, policing, and sentencing work together to maintain that cycle. Education. Education is the biggest fear. So let's keep it real. If CRT wasn't powerful, they wouldn't be working so damn hard to ban it. The reason states like Florida, Texas, Tennessee are fighting so hard against CRT in schools isn't because it's teaching kids to hate white people. It's because it's teaching them the truth. They don't want kids learning that slavery didn't just happen. It was a carefully crafted economic system. They don't want kids understanding that the Civil Rights Act didn't erase racism. They don't want kids questioning why police brutality, redlining, and racial profiling still exists. The truth threatens the status quo. And the last thing they want is a generation of conscious, empowered Black people who know their his story and are ready to fight back. CRT is a tool, not an excuse. Here is part some folks get twisted. Yeah, I segmented it out just like that. CRT isn't about playing victim. It's about understanding the system so we can outmaneuver it. Knowing how racism works isn't about sitting around complaining. It's about building generational work despite economic oppression, creating our own schools, businesses, and institutions instead of waiting for the system to fix itself. It's about fighting for policies that actually make change instead of just begging for diversity and inclusion. It's about teaching our kids the truth at home so they don't grow up blind to the game. CRT ain't the enemy. Ignorance is. The more we understand, the more we can move strategically and break these damn cycles. The end game, power, not just representation. At the end of the day, Black folks don't just need more seats at the table. We need to build a damn table. CRT just gives us the playbook on how the game may be rigged. But it's on this and it's on us to shift the power. Our own land, own business, own media, own narratives. Stop looking for white validation and focus on Black self-sufficiency. Build strong communities that don't depend on broken systems to survive. Demand justice, but also create our own pathways to success. CRT is just the foundation. What we do with that knowledge, that's where the real liberation begins. The biggest lie they tell you about CRT is that it divides America. Nah, America was already divided. CRT just exposes how deep that divide runs. They don't want us to know the truth because the truth leads to action. And when Black people start moving with clarity and purpose, the system starts shaking. So the question ain't, is CRT valid? The question is now that we know the truth, what we're going to do about it. Now I'm going to circle back. Education. Because that's where they're really jumping out the windows at. And why they're banning CRT in Black history. The one thing history has proven over and over again is when Black people know the truth, we become unstoppable. And that's why the system has always tried to keep us uneducated, misinformed, or distracted. From the days of slavery when reading and writing were literally illegal for Black folks, to today's bans on critical race theory, there's always been a fear of Black people knowing too much. because knowledge is power and the power shifts the balance. They've always controlled the narrative. America has never wanted to fully admit the depth of its racism. Instead, it tells watered down, whitewashed version of history, where slavery was just an unfortunate time in history, not the backbone of the U.S. economy for centuries. Lincoln freed the slaves out of the goodness of his heart, not because of political and economic reasons. The civil rights movement fixed everything, even though systemic racism continued under a different name. When we don't know the full truth, it's easier to accept things as they are. That's exactly why they don't want CRT or anything that makes people question the system in schools. We are literally watching a new wave of historical erasure happening in real time. Florida is banning AP, African American Studies, because it has topics on intersectionality, Black queer studies, and Black resistance. Texas is removing MLK's letter from a Birmingham jail from the school curriculums. Tennessee is banning books that discuss race, even if they're written by Black authors. Arkansas is cutting funding for African American studies in schools. They're just not banning CRT. They're banning any honest discussion of Black history, period. They don't even want students to learn about the parts of history that are proven facts. Why? Because if people start digging into the real history of this country, they're going to realize that racism isn't just in the past, it's still shaping everything today. So why are they so afraid of the truth? If America was really about justice for all and equality, there would be no problem teaching CRT. But the real reason they don't want this discussions happening is because it forces accountability. If we admit that systemic racism still exists, then America has to answer for it. That means real policy changes, reparations, and economic shifts that white elites don't want. It takes away their control over the narrative. Right now, they control how history is told. If students learn the truth, they question everything, including the laws, government, and who really holds the power. It destroys the post-racial American myth. They want people, especially young Black kids, to believe that racism is just about personal prejudice, not a whole system designed to keep us down. It gives Black people a blueprint for fighting back. The more we understand how the system works, the better we can tear it down and rebuild it in our favor. It's not just about history, it's about control. They're trying to shut down the conversation before it even starts. The impact of keeping us uneducated. If we don't know, we don't know. We'll accept the struggle as normal instead of realizing it was by design. We internalize the ideal that we're the problem instead of seeing how the system is rigged. Focus on individual success rather than collective power and community building. Spend our energy fighting surface level issues instead of targeting the root cause, systemic oppression. Education is what sparks revolutions. That's why every major movement, whether it was the civil rights movement, the Black Panther Party, or even today's Black Lives Matter, started with people learning the truth and then taking action. The bottom line is that we have to teach ourselves. Since they are banning books and rewriting history, that means it's on us to make sure that the next generation knows the truth. That means teaching our kids at home. Don't wait for the schools to do it. Build some home libraries with real Black history. Support independent Black media and educators. Watch and share content from people who actually tell the truth about our history. Keep the conversation going. Even if they ban it in schools, they can't stop us from talking about it in our communities, online or in our families. They can ban CRT from classrooms, but they can't erase our knowledge, our history, and our power unless we let them. You feel me? All right. That's it and that's all. I'm done. We got to teach ourselves. We got to teach ourselves and teach our community and teach our kids. And that's it and that's all. I'm done. Thank you for coming to the Black History Bites with a twist. This is important, people. Please share, like, and subscribe. This is important. Get the word out. Ashe and Deepa.
Ain't no comparison to the so-called Black or African American. You can drop the African, keep the American. When we say Aborigine, and make their world in. I'm going in the same dirt my ancestors buried in. I come from a god and a goddess, so what that make me? Not even Basquiat can trace me. Not even Van Gogh can paint me. The MC in me is the god of the equals the god in me. I'm focused in, let my mind be free. You too blind to see. The Jews I give Israel, it's been real. These ain't shots, they missiles. All you gonna hear is the whistle. Lyrically, this the execution. My verses start revolutions. From my people seeking restitution. Since the beginning, fuck evolution. Or maybe my reality is all a dream. I put it together like I was sowing seeds. So it seems this is that audio dopamine. Go against the machine. We put you where nobody can hear you scream. And sing you to meet your Elohim. My nigga, this is savage mode. It's something that you hate to go. It started with a spark and I'ma let it explode. I was given the cheat codes that'll let me jump and reload and go through them waves like a fucking torpedo. You dealt the cards of life. I just cut them diamonds with the ace of spades. Y'all scatter like roaches when they facing raid, or vampires when they facing blade. I'm trying to get next to terrain like I'm getting played. You still stuck as a mental slave. You still stuck in that mental cage while I'm making easy money, pimping hoes in style. This my coming to age. Crowd roaring when I'm coming on stage, and when I'm done, they gonna be cheering my name. Great cops, and nah, I ain't quit my day job. I spit bars. I really rap on my day off. That's real shit. Just give you some tools you can build with. Aim high, even if you still miss. Just keep going. It's a climb to the top, and I'ma keep flowing. Down Lake Shore, I'm Chicago going. Yeah. You niggas playing checkers, we playing chess. And nigga, this is checkmate. Dre be the big dog, and you just a little bait. You out of Africa, and we ain't got the same traits. I'm a Ghanaian, and we ain't got the same fate. My granny died February 18th, and I was born on the same date. The chosen one, the ancestors' chosen son. They gave me the golden gun. One shot, that's a hole in one. From the pyramid of the sun to Poverty Point. I don't think you niggas is getting the point. We still here. Who said they made the Aboriginals disappear? Your information's lagging in the rear. All you do is teach fear. We copper colored with woolly hair. Am I speaking clear? So fuck the nonsense. When I rap, I touch your consciousness. From within is when you get your self-confidence. Let's bring it back to dominance. Ain't no confining us. Gonna bring that wild Indian out of us. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. We still here.